in this debate, what were the key exchanges?
The debate begins with an exchange on the economy, where Trump is claiming that his legacy was leaving the economy strong.
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us.
And Biden is claiming that he inherited a wreck.
I got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm.
So there's clear blue water between the two candidates on the economy. Another key moment in the debate is where they row about foreign policy.
He has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
In particular, Afghanistan.
I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
Trump says when he was in charge, they were withdrawing elegantly, with power from Afghanistan and slowly. And he argues that Biden's administration allowed the Americans to suffer the biggest loss of prestige in one day with the shambolic withdrawal from Afghanistan.
That's why you had no terror at all during my administration. This place, the whole world is blowing up under him.
So there were important clashes there. They also argued about abortion rights. And later on, they argued about their golf handicaps, which ironically is a very important clash because it tells us a lot about the candidates' attitudes to politics and leisure.
I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
So thanks, Peter. Fact checkers, they've been quick to analyse. What can we learn from the fact checkers?
Well, just a caveat, one man's fact checker is another man's liar. So I take this with a pinch of salt, but the fact checkers came up with a scoreline between Biden and Trump for outright lies. And Biden was awarded a score of 9 outright lies in 90 minutes. Trump scored 30. Now, clearly, Trump's team have come back and suggested that this isn't accurate. But to manage 39 lies between them in 90 minutes, it's quite impressive.
I've never seen anybody lie like this guy. He lies. I've never seen it. He could look you in the face. About so many other things, too. And we mentioned the laptop. We mentioned Russia, Ukraine. Everything he does is a lie.
So we'd just like to ask your point of view on who actually won the debate and why. Did we see any movement at all in the polls as a consequence?
I think Trump won the debate. One opinion poll just after had Trump on 67% and Biden on 33%. I think that there was another poll had 57% Trump, 43% Biden. These are big margins. I mean, if you think about Rishi versus Keir Starmer, it was 51-49. So to see that much clear blue water between the candidates, yes, there has been a movement in the opinion polls towards Trump, but more significant than that is the impact that this debate had on the Democratic Party. Democratic commentators from high to low are in despair. They're even trying to think of a scenario where they persuade Sleepy Joe to step down before November and replace him with another candidate.
So we have to ask, look, is this really serious politics or is it just humour? Can you share some of the political banter that is arising as a consequence of this debate?
Well, there's a lot of entertainment. One cartoonist has now got a sketch of the two debaters, and underneath Donald Trump it says something like serial criminal, philanderer, extortionist. It's got a list of adjectives that seem to matter. And then on the other side, under Biden, you've just got in tiny writing, too old. Trump the insurrectionist. Doesn't matter what happened on Jan 6 because Biden is too old and can't finish a sentence.
On the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
I also thought it was hilarious, the discussion about their golf handicaps. Biden claims he's got a handicap of 6. Then he backs off and says it may be 8. Trump says you can't even drive a ball 50 yards. And Biden rejoined us. I'll play you as long as you carry your own bag. I mean, just as if Biden's going to carry his own bag. And why are politicians talking about golf in this much detail when they're fighting for the most important job on the planet?
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
So, Peter, what advice would you give the candidates in preparation for the next debate?
Well, Donald missed a few knockout opportunities. There's one moment where Joe's talking about crimes and he's talking about rape, and he has this incredible sentence where he says people are being raped by their relatives, their brothers and their sisters. If you're going to be that sloppy with language, I think Donald could have come back there and said, really, Joe? You know, where are the cases where sisters are raping one another? There were similar things going on. Joe was tripping up all the time over millions, billions and trillions.
We have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America.
And a couple of times I think Donald had the opportunity to go back to him, use the scalpel in the debate to make the ridiculous clearly and patently ridiculous.
My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
If I had any advice for Joe, I'd say use shorter sentences. He's clearly got a problem tracking information from a paragraph beginning to a paragraph end.
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
So when he's doing his 2-minute prep sessions with his team, he should be looking to deliver the 2 minutes, but in many, many short sentences. Avoid the long sentence, and you'll avoid wandering off, which was key to the damage that he did to himself and his campaign.
Thanks for taking the time to view this video and others like it. If you've enjoyed the political insights, you know what to do. Like and subscribe below, where we'll be coming to you and providing you with even more education and politics. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.